Hello everyone, Sharon Ann Klingler here. Thank you for joining me today for this week's Akashic Tarot Reading for you. We're doing a spread that I really enjoy called the Flower Spread or the Flowering Spread. And of course, as I tell you every time, if you're a new viewer to our presentation here, we do not do individual private readings. We have way too many people watching to be able to do that. But so I actually inform Spirit and the cards to make sure that the cards that are drawn are the precise ones that can be applied to those people who are watching. And it's amazing to me because every single time I do this, there's something that definitely applies to me. And I know from the responses and the comments of other people that that is the case as well. So for them. So know that these cards were drawn for you, and let yourself take a consideration and a minute to think about how they do apply to your life this week. And I do also want to say that when I draw the cards, to shuffle the cards and draw the cards as I'm getting ready to do a reading for you, I never change the turn of the cards, the order that they came out in, nothing. That's always the same. Exactly as I get it is exactly how you're going to get it. So here we have the flower spread, which I really have. Well, I love flowers. I love lilacs. I love spring flowers. I love summer flowers. But here we have the flower spread. And as you can see, we have the base of the flower. If you want to imagine that's a pot, or indeed that's the root or the base of the flower going into the ground, that's the first card we put out. And then we put these out here, which is and that's the order that I put them out in, and exactly the way they felt, to show that the flowers are up top, seeking the light where the bees and the birds can come. And so we have the base here and the flowers here. And so what we do understand that the flower spread is actually one that we use when we ask about the flowering of our life, the flowering of our work, the flowering of our career, the flowering of our spiritual work. So I asked the cards and the spirit world to make sure that I got the arena where the flowering is happening for the people who are viewing this. And so this is what we get as the base. The foundation of the reading is the sands of time. And you can see that this man is looking at the hourglass here, and the sands of time are kind of almost running out. There's a lot at the bottom, not so much at the top, and he's rolling up his sleeves and getting ready to do the work. This is a card that indicates an immediacy, something that's certainly in your work situation. Excuse me, I've had a lot of Sudafed today, so I'm dry and have to drink some water. Allergies, wonderful allergies. Anyway, so he's looking into the hourglass, being aware of the time. And this shows that for those of you watching, that there's something in your work life. If you don't have a job, there's something in the world where you put an effort, where you spend time and focus energy in your world. But there's something that requires an immediacy about it, something that you need to roll up your sleeves about and really knuckle down so that an opportunity isn't missed and time can be managed and used very well. So in other words, it's actually probably time that you move fast in some experience of your work at this moment in time. At the same hand, then we come to the flowering. I love the flowering. The Two Worlds reversed card. I love that card reversed. You can see the Tibetan monastery through the windows with all of its beautiful flags. And upside down, the money kind of falls off the table. And it doesn't mean that there's a loss of money here, but it means that the most important, or the foundation of our work here, is the fire that burns inside us and the spirit that builds behind us, and and trusting that the money's going to be there even if we don't see that it's there. And whatever this project is, whatever this work effort is, this is for the flowering to happen, this is the approach that we have to take in our heart. To really speak to the fire in our gut, in our souls, and to let the money come as it will come. And now we have this one here, wishes fulfilled. Guess what? The money's going to come exactly and in abundance, because wishes fulfilled, you can see this is a storeroom of a great estate, and the wine and the coins on that table as well, that's upright, and the keys for the building and the breads and the flowering, flowers in there, flowering literally in this card. So we have all we have to do here is understand that we don't have to worry about the money. And boy, that old saying, don't worry about the money, and the money will do what you love, and the money will follow. Wishes fulfilled, abundance, absolutely. Now, another thing that tells us about this flowering is the diversity card reversed. And the diversity card reversed isn't a bad card, not in by any stretch of the imagination. But one of the things that supports our flowering is that we have to focus time with this card. We have to focus our energy with this card. We do not scatter. When the diversity card is reversed, this is a phase not to allow ourselves to be scattered, but to allow ourselves to be focused, almost like a laser into some singular energy here, some singular energy. And so we have an experience here to support us in this endeavor to not scatter ourselves, not to look at another thing or do 16 different things at this time. Let's reverse our diversity and focus in on one specific goal. So this is a wonderful flowering spread, and I have to say, though, that sometimes I get frustrated with the cards, and I say, okay, so we know that this is a project that we have to work on, that we really have to roll our sleeves up and get into the mix in terms of immediacy and time. We have to focus and not be scattered and do one singular thing or a very particular thing. We have to trust an absolute and with absolute serenity that the money's going to be there. And then the top flower, the newest flower, is abundance. But okay, cards, what is this project? Where is this project? What do we get it from? So I pull one more card for the center of the plant. And that's for what nurtures, what nourishes, and that type of thing. And this is the card that I pulled. Setting your course reversed. Setting your course reversed, and this does inform us in a very large way. You can see how the pilot, they're looking at the maps and the plans, and the pilot is looking out the telescope. But where is he looking when it's in the reverse position? He's looking to the left, which is the past. Left in our tarot readings is past, and right is the future. So this tells us that this project that we have to focus on and really bring an immediacy to and an exertion of time and focus of effort to is something that we had started in our past. And it's really very funny. Well, no, it's not funny. It's absolutely dead on for me, because I myself have been thinking about getting back to a book that, guess what, I had started back, 15, 20 years ago. It's coming to mind back. It's been kind of filtering in my mind. And here this card pops up. So I want you to think about, for your flowering in this, and we can actually make it be like a flowering here. For your flowering in this, Allow yourself to know that there's something that you had started, or something that you had wanted to do, or something that you put aside. It could have been 5 years ago. It could have been last year. It could have been in your youth. It could even have been in a past life. But actually, to be honest with you, with this card here, I really do think that you would know about it. All you have to do is look past to remember it. Look to your past and bring it back into your present. Focus your time and focus your energy and allow yourself to create absolute immutable trust, and your wishes will be filled and your coffers will be filled. Isn't this a wonderful flowering for us this week? All of these ideas are coming to you this week. Let yourself open up to them. Be aware that your opportunities not only come from the present, but they can come from your very deep past. Meditate on this and think about what you want to bring alive again. And put your focus and your time there and let it show for you. And that's your flowering of your dreams and your hopes and your Akashic Tarot reading for this week. My name is Sharon Ann Klingler, and I hope you join me next week, next Thursday, for another experience with Spirit and with the Akashic Tarot. God bless you, everyone.